Hey everyone, welcome to class number 4 video. We're going to talk a little bit more about fitting allowance and then we will move on to some 3-pipe diagrams, but we're going to make sure we have this straight before we do that. So here's a sample question, how it could be thrown at you. Using a 45-degree offset, find the center to center and end-to-end measurement. Answer in inches and fraction to a 16th. Remember, decimals are no good here. You need to get fractions because you need to work these numbers on your tape measure. So, we have an offset of 9, we have a pipe size of 1-inch threaded pipe, and we have 245 fittings, so we have a 45 fitting on each end. So our first step here is we have to find the center to center. We know how to do that. We take our offset and we times it by 1.414. We get 12.73. We know how to get that decimal to a fraction. We get 12/16, which you want to reduce to 3/4, 12 3/4 inches center to center. Okay? Now, we need to find the end to end, and to do that, we need to figure out what our total fitting allowance is, and then subtract it away from our center to center measurement. So, we have 1-inch threaded pipe, we have a 45 on each end, you have your pretty little fitting allowance chart in front of you, right? We're looking that up, we see 1 1/8 in column A. So, there's 2 different ways you can figure out this fitting allowance, makes no difference to me how you do it, as long as it works. So we take 1 1/8, plus 1 1/8, that's for each end of that 45. Then we subtract off 1, because we have to take a 1/2 inch of thread in off each end. We get a total fitting allowance of 1 1/4. Some of you like to do it this way, and it works out just the same. If we take 1 1/8 minus a 1/2, that's for one end, plus 1 1/8 minus a 1/2 for the other end, look at that, we get 1 1/4 for our total fitting allowance. So now it's easy. Now we're taking our center to center measurement, we're subtracting off the 1 1/4, we get 12 1/2 end to end. Remember what they mean. 12 1/2 is what you would cut your pipe at. You would put the 245s on it, and then it would measure back from the center of one fitting to the center of the other end at your center to center measurement. Okay, so when we're getting into these diagrams with more than one pipe, there's some things we need to remember. If our pipes are going vertical, which means up and down, this dimension here is called the offset, and that is the distance between the pipes. This here we call the rise, and this here is either called the travel or the diagonal. And remember, when we have the 45-degree angle going on, which we do in this case, that the measurement from here to here and the measurement from here to here has to be the same. You need to remember that because when we get into these multiple pipe diagrams, we're going to need that number. If your pipes are going the other way, they're running horizontal. This piece here to here is called the run. Now this piece is the offset because it's the distance between the pipes. This again is always going to be your travel or your diagonal. Again, get it in there now, that the measurement from here to here and the measurement from here to here has to be the same. Okay, so next up we're going to do a 3-pipe diagram where you have to find center to center and end to end for all pipes. See you there.